wano tukyatambula kuba nabagambye nti olwaleero tuyina kusoma buli kimu tube nga tusobola okitegeera. Bw'oba okitegedde oba ogenda kunkolera omulimu ogusinga obulungi, kubanga I'm here to train, but still nja sigala nga mbasaba. Whoever have a heart of assisting, please, I humbly or kindly request you to donate $1 such that I can start a project or a farm of living agriculture. Kino nkisabye busabi, to be honest. Bwe tunaabeera ne farm ya living agriculture nga eri independent, we shall help those who decided to be using us when they have other agenda. Finally, nina n'abagamba abaana mu abali ebweru, we are planning to start a joint farm. Eri abo bonna abagamba nti they are ready. But for a joint farm, it is a must that we must be having as a living agriculture. Nga bino byonna byensomesa wano, you come and see them fully. Now we have 3 types of equipment. We have the plastic one. We have the metallic. And we have the wooden. These 3 are feeders. The best is this one, the plastic one. Why? Doesn't rust. But the metallic, it rusts because some of the feeds contains salt. The wooden, this is the major feeds wastage, because these chicks have the tendency of jumping over these hangers. Bweti emmere yaffe bwebeeramu. Omanyi nabagambye nti omwaka guno twazze kuweereza so si kuyisa biivulu. Now when these chicks hangs over these handles, they drop their droppings in the feeds. You will not escape from coccidiosis. Ekyo temukisuubira. And most of the feeds, when they have these droppings, enkoko tezijja kuzirya. Expect that. That's why I recommend the plastic, because even they have the covers. Zabei, but they are long lasting, and for the food safety, the feed remains safe. Apart from the wooden here, we have these metallic ones, but the major problem with the metallic, they rust, they don't take time. Rusting is due to either water or salt, which is put in the feeds. I consider this. From day 1, paka lw'onaakowa, eyo nvuddeyo. We said we need the feeders. We need the drinkers. We need the litter. Bino, some uses nipples, but not everyone can afford this. Once you use this nipple, you must be having a standby water regulator or server. 2, the biggest problem with the nipples, if there is an outbreak of the disease, the means of putting there the medicine, again it becomes a burden. Other than these drinkers, ordinary ones, zino, the plastic one, they are easily washed, cleaned, and done whatever you want. Bino bye twetaaga. Nabagambye, I will continue apologizing to non-Ugandans because you always complain. We always like your talk shows, your videos, but we are language barriers. You see, not all who is viewing or who is a fan or subscriber of Living Agriculture knows fluently English. That's why I mix up, such that I don't want somebody to be left behind. We have some people who went abroad, not because they went there as illiterates, but they want to seek for employment. If we go into deep language, we may be leaving them behind. And these videos are being forwarded or shared to their parents whom they left behind. So when you hear my language, don't complain too much. These are what could be the requirements. As we said before, the layer, its area, it is in square feet, 2 by 2. Ekyo ne kibanga nakyo, it is done. 3 of the requirements, if you are to be using coffee husks, have to be changed after every 6 months. 6 months. You turn them using the rake. But if you pour water in the coffee husks, remove them all and replace. The next episode we are going to be looking at the common diseases with their images, such that you can know what we are talking about. Because I want you to be your veterinary officer, of whereby even you can make your prescription regarding on the diagnosis. What have you seen? What have you realized? What could be the disease? That's what we are striving to. Now, feeding. Wano. This is where some people fail. From 1 day old to 2 months, we don't calculate the feeds. Don't think about that. Hey, I need to be open 1 day old to 2 months. We don't calculate the feeds. 24/7. We need to be very clear. Now, from 2 months, we start there to be calculating or weighing. Now, that chick of 2 months, it does not exceed 40 grams. Kiki kyengezaako okugamba. Now, and if we have 10 2 months old, the feeds should be a half a kilo. If we have 10 chicks of 2 months, the quantity of feeds have to be 500 grams. And if it goes to 3 months, to 4 months, it has to be 70 grams. Meaning, nti weziba 10, 10 of 3 to 4 months, zirina kulya 1 kg. Kino tulina okubeera very clear. enkoko ey'emyezi esatu kwena doesn't exceed 100 grams. Meaning if they are 10, they have to be given 1 kg a day. If they are 100 birds, they have to be given 10 kgs a day. For the locals, let's look at the layers, the commercial. This is 2 months. This one, each one will have to be given 60 grams. Now, if they are 10 hens, they have to eat 700 grams. Simanyi oba kyetugendako tukiraba. 2 months zirina kulya gramu 7 enkoko 10. Now 3 months to 4, each one is 100 grams. If at all they are 10 hens, they are to be given 10 kgs ez'emyezi ena. But here, to be given these 10, it should be broken maize. We need to be very clear. It has to be broken maize. But if you were to use the maize bran, 10 hens for broken maize, it requires 15 kgs. Linda. Yes. 1.5. This is 10 by 10. This is 1.5. This is 100. 100. 100. We go back. Here, either maize bran or broken maize, the feeding remains the same. Here, at the commercial layers, the feeds we need to give them 4 months. If it is broken maize, it has to be enkoko grams 100. But if it is maize bran, it has to be 1.5. The grams 15. 150 grams for the maize bran. Meaning, nti bwezibanga ziri 10, zirya kilo emu n'ekitundu, 1.5 kg. If they are 100, you give them 15 kgs a day. Now for 1,000, it is 150 kilograms per day. But of what type of feed? That have to be very clear. Because here, nabagambye nti omwaka guno sagala muntu, I don't want somebody to complain. I repeat, we start measuring the feeds at 2 months. Below 2 months, feed them without boundaries. Now, here, we have the broken maize, BR, 100 kgs. Feeds 1,000 hens. Local. There it is. Broken maize. Then the maize bran. 100 kgs. Still 1,000 hens. Bwekiti bwekiri. But here, broken maize. Mu nkoko 1,000, we require 130 kgs. Why? Because we need to know at times some are powered down. This is for the 1,000 hens. Then for the maize bran, 150 kgs. 1,000. Wano ziba 1,000, wano 1,500. Njagala tudde mu calculations. As per now, maize is at 1,000. If we need 100 kgs, je mitwalo 10, 100,000 for the bran, I mean the broken maize. The concentrate which goes in 100, giri emitwalo 10. Still, yes, still 100. Meaning, the feed ends up in 230. Eno, mu kiro 10.